Well, everyone, I haven't been online in a while, but I've been chatting to a lot of people, and I want to do this video about kindness and how kindness really affected my life. Don't worry about my wonky eye; it's not wonky in real life, trust me. Um, Kindness is something amazing, and the kindness that was showed to me by people when I was growing up, although the people probably take for granted like it meant nothing, but it meant something a hell of a lot. Um, I take it you're following the story, bits and pieces coming out every now and then. But when I was growing up, rough time, really rough time, and from chatting a group of people. So don't. I've been chatting a lot of people now the last week and a half. So don't think this is directed towards anyone because you're just going to get it wrong. But kindness for me, let me see. When I was growing up, I had nothing. I'll give you an example. One teacher in secondary school, uh, chatting about you today actually, and you're a legend, even though I had my little tips with you and I still have a bone to pick with you. Uh, but no, you're really nice to me. You used to give me a lift home. You knew the score, and I remember one time you put me beside in class, well after class, and you told me you didn't want to say it, whatever, in front of the Oaks, but I'd ragged it rips and tears, and you were like your class president or some mumbo jumbo that the school made up. But you asked me to, you'll remember this, stitch this here and stitch this there, and I was like, no, you asked me to get a jumper first. And I started laughing. I said, where am I going to get money to get a jumper? Even though I was working at the time, but I didn't have a clue where to buy a jumper. But you're like, stitch this here and stitch this there. And you're really nice about it and you're very compassionate. So I actually, normally I would tell you to F off. But I didn't. I actually went to the metalwork room and I was talking to someone about this actual story today, and I got solder wire and I tied the whole hair and I tied the little rip hair. I still remember this day with solder wire, and I went into the next day and you kind of laughed. And but the kindness of you actually not pointing that out in front of the class and making a show of me meant a lot to me. And like, this is going back 20 years, so if I still remember that now and you ever see this video, that made a huge difference to me. Another thing was when I was growing up, realistically, if you look at statistics and all things like that, I should have been the absolute biggest scumbag you ever met. And probably, no, it wasn't a thin line. I was way beyond the line. Misunderstood. But in saying that, if it wasn't for the kindness that people showed me, even the little things, I don't want to name names. I'd love to name names and give you credit for what you done, but I don't want to bring that onto you. Someone who reported stuff to social workers and they never done anything. The fact that you actually done that meant a lot to me. There was more than one. I actually know who you are. It made a huge difference to my life to know someone out there actually cared enough to try and make a difference. Your hands were tied, there was nothing you could actually do, but that little thing did an absolute lot for me. So don't think it went unnoticed or anything like that. You made a massive difference to my life, and in doing so, I made a difference to other people's lives. Well, I hope I did. Just a bit of an ego thing there now, I think. Scratching my ear, yeah. Another act of kindness. Like, there's so many little tiny acts of kindness that people would have just tried to be nice. Stupid things. You think of any there now? She's cringing here beside me because she didn't want me to make this.
Not that I
What
don't
were the
want you to
ones?
make
What were
it.
the ones I said we were talking about?
It's sad that a child has to be shown kindness. They should get kindness automatically.
Yeah, we should be giving kindness automatically. I don't know if you can hear National Women's Day. She's about time she had a no voice, I suppose.
Have my
Um,
own day.
a special
Two
day.
days.
Well, no, come on. I told you we were talking about this before we come on. Come on, give me one. My mind's gone blank here. Um,
About certain ladies bringing things.
yeah, certain ladies who like I wouldn't have had food, and I don't care who thinks I shouldn't be making this video, because you can't tell people that it's bad. that bull crap. See, I can't curse this because I'll get banned. But that
Facebook, please.
bull crap is the worst thing that was ever told to people. But people would have left things for us. So we'd have food to eat as a child. So I wouldn't be starving. That act of kindness stays with me. Especially, I used to get multi-packs of... they used to be left. And we used to go up and collect them. And we'd bring them down. And we used to get these multi-packs of... I told you the cereal. And there used to be Cocoa Pops in it, and you'd be trying to hide the Cocoa Pops and the whole lot. But stupid little things like that meant, now that I'm thinking back, they meant the world to me, man. That was like Christmas 10 times over. Something stupid that someone would think I done nothing and they left it there. That meant a hell of a lot. What else was there? Just little talks people would have had to me throughout the years. No, don't get me wrong, not everyone was kind. Some of you out there were real bad. And if I ever meet you, I'm going to let you know exactly what your words done. But
We were saying that without those little acts of kindness, without that, would you have ever known that kindness was a real thing, that it actually existed in people?
do you reckon they heard that, or will I repeat it?
I can repeat if you like.
Say it again.
Them little acts of kindness
Them little acts of kindness
taught you as a child
taught me as a child
that kindness existed.
that kindness existed in the world. And they're the things that stopped me straying to that line. It's just a stupid little video to show, like,
Be kind.
Just
Kind if
be
you
kind. The stupid words, like, retail, man. Retail's the worst place to work.
Well,
It's great crack, and it's not the employer, the actual job itself in retail, whether you work in Pennies. I was actually talking to someone in Pennies, that's why I said Pennies. But she said everyone should work in retail because them stupid acts of kindness where someone says, thanks very much, have a great day. They don't go unnoticed. And the next time you come in looking for help, you'll get it if you're a little bit kind.
is a perfect example of what I said
Do you
to
want me
you
to put you on
today.
camera?
No, because I can't. I'm in my jammies.
She's in her bra, so she can't
I'm
go on
not
camera.
in my bra.
She's in her bra.
bra.
I'll show you. Do you want me to show them?
No.
No, she's in her bra.
No.
Right. Go on.
What did I say to you today? Them people who showed you kindness, they're the type of people who gave to a child who could give absolutely nothing back, but they gave expecting nothing in return. They gave wholeheartedly, expecting nothing. They might have never got anything back out of that, but they still did it. And that's what, well, it's what I strive to do as a person. And I think if you've any good in you at all, that's what you should try to do for people. Try to be kind even when you think you will get nothing from it.
I hope you heard that because I'm not repeating it. If not, put your phone to your ear and listen. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm no angel. Like, I'm not an angel. As Jordan Peterson, I don't agree with half his stuff.
Yes, I'm good on that.
But he made one thing clear. He says, he said, in life, you have to have the capability of being a monster. But you have to be kind and be able to control that monster. Because if you're not that monster, you'll be walked over. And I agree with it to a certain extent, but like, be kind.
You don't know who you'll save by being kind.
Yeah, and like some of you out there in the community said stupid little things to me in passing that changed my outcome. See, it's very hard to do this, say anything without saying names. But trust me, and ye would have forgot what you would have said in passing. But them little tiny acts of kindness made a huge difference to me. Another thing is, like, what I do notice, just kind of going off topic, is I get statistics at the back office of the page, and it shows me the amount of people who viewed. And I get all the likes and that. But the amount of people who have actually viewed my stuff is ridiculous. And an actual lad in the medical profession, counsellor, did say to me that my posts won't get likes. My posts won't get follows because people are afraid. It's kind of hard hitting because people can relate to it, and when people can relate to it, they don't want to like it. They don't want to do these things because it shows vulnerability, or people might look at them strange or whatever.
I don't think it's. I
But
don't
like,
think
it's the same with showing kindness. People see it as a vulnerability or something like that, and it shouldn't be that way. Like, kindness makes a huge difference. I'm vaping, but I can't vape on camera because for some reason they ban it. And yes, I've had 2 drinks. Well, actually, I've had 3. But like, I can't do videos like this without, because
people
like,
liking your. But when I said to you about people liking your stuff, sometimes it can be a multitude of things. It can be that they're going through it themselves, so they feel a little bit like, God, if I like this, I'll be exposed. Also, I think it is society in the sense that sometimes what you talk about is deemed as taboo, or what you say would be really exposing yourself, making yourself very vulnerable, which unfortunately in society as it is kind of deemed as, oh God, don't go there, don't do that. And I think a lot of the time it's like when they listen to your stuff or watch your stuff, and you're being very honest, it's nearly like you're telling them a secret. And they don't want other people to know that they know your secret because they want to keep your secret for them, like for you. But I suppose the message you're trying to portray is that it's not a secret, that you're okay with it being told, and it's a story that needs to be told, and there are messages that need to be told because a lot of people out there need to hear it. A lot of people need to know that they're not alone, that these are not taboo subjects. These are everyday. These are things that people face every single day. Whether they're extremely sad or just minor things, people need to know. So don't be afraid to like it. Don't be afraid to share it. 'Cause you don't need to be.
Don't be afraid to put a bloody top on so I don't have to hold my hand out without getting tired.
You can hold in the camera for me.
I would love to turn the camera on you now.
Don't do it to me.
Yeah, kindness to me made the difference between me being a scumbag. That's been honest with you. Them little acts of kindness. It did. It made a difference between me and a scumbag. There's people out there in disadvantaged areas, even in small communities like Kilbeggan, and if they don't get shown, you might think they're a waste of space or whatever, but if they don't get shown a tiny act of compassion, a tiny act of kindness, it doesn't seep in here. Some of the stuff that was said to me stays with me to this day, and it's helped me become the man I am, and that is the truth. Like,
prime example, the little boxes of cereal. It might seem like it could be something someone buys for their kids every single week, but at Christmas we do up a box of stuff that gets opened Christmas week in our house. Little boxes of cereal are not on our shopping list every week, but Christmas week, or for Christmas week, for this box for Christmas week, they were in it. And I remember you looking at that box and thinking, oh my God, they're going to love them. And to me, like, I got them a good bit as a kid. And I was like, well, they're kind of cool. Like, they're little boxes of cereal. But to you, it was like, oh my God, they're going to love them. And that was your memory and your emotion being poured into these tiny boxes of cereal. That made a huge impact on you. And that was somebody's kindness.
yeah.
And without that kindness, you wouldn't have that to show to our children.
So if you're the person that used to drop down the little tiny box of cereal, look at the difference you made in my life. It's them little box of cereals made a huge difference to me. Ridiculous, like, and it's not just them. There's
more than cereal.
There's more than cereal.
They were good.
Kind words meant an awful lot to me. I would love to give the people who've done them credit, but I don't want to stick them in a situation where someone's actually going to say, did you do that? I don't want to do that, but if you met me and gave me words of wisdom, tiny bits of kindness. You helped me not become a scumbag, because if I had went down that road of being a scumbag, I would have changed the meaning of being a scumbag. That's the truth. And
But you're kind.
but I'm kind. I'm showing kindness back to people tenfold. That
But it's true though. As kids, we reflect what we learn,
yeah, we reflect what we learn, and like,
and that's probably why you were torn between being this horrible person and being this good person.
that's it.
Because there was people out there showing you kindness, and there was people out there showing you horrible.
And like,
And when you got mad, even like when you would describe it to me, it was always torn between being a horrible person and being a really, really good person. And more often than not, it was a fight between the two. But I think you came out tops.
Yeah.
You came out better in the end.
deep down inside me, I had an absolute monster. I mean, a person. I'm sure some of you probably listened to this and you seen that side of me, but you didn't see how far I was willing to go, or if you'd done me wrong, how much danger you'd actually put yourself in back then. It's ridiculous. Like, I was a loose cannon. I was capable of anything, and them little acts of kindness, they made the difference. And back then, as I said, I was loose cannon. One person do something to me, and I bang. That's it. They're getting it. But I was that much of a head case that someone else do something to me. I was like, that's it. That's directed that way, and you kind of start putting targets on each other, well, yourselves, and taking away from someone else. But thank God I didn't go down that route. And the main reason I didn't go down that route is because I was showed tiny, tiny little acts of kindness around the way. Private conversations, little things said to me, a pat on the back, a little comment that would have a second meaning made the difference between what I could have been and what I became and what I'm going to become. I'm still no angel, like, and that's really it, isn't it? But like, some people said they noticed my story and the whole lot. What I have told you and what you know is a drop in the ocean. There is so much to this. It's absolutely ridiculous. And if I've talked to you in private and told you some of my story, I still have only told you the tiny percent of it.
Sure, I only know the tiniest percent of it.
Shirley even knows the tiniest percent of it. She knows a little bit more than all of you, obviously, but she only knows a tiny percent of it. The reason I'm sharing this story, I actually have nothing to gain out of this. I have everything to lose, because sharing this sort of stuff does affect you. It could affect you getting a job. It could affect you it can affect you. So many people can look at this and it can affect me in different ways. And I have nothing to gain out of this. Well, so far I've nothing to gain out of it anyway, because I've gained none. And I don't think I can gain none. But the reason I am doing this crawl page and this whole bloody complete madness is not for myself. I'm not again. It's to help other people. That's it. It's literally to help other people, and hopefully, that my 4 kids will grow up in a world that at the moment is the most broken bloody place I've ever seen in my life. Will actually grow up in a community that them tiny words of kindness that were given to me have multiplied and are going to make a difference, and I'm giving back to you what was given to me tenfold, because there's nothing I can do that'll top them tiny little bits of kindness. Even crawling up a mountain, dropping the ocean compared to some of the stuff that was said to me. That's really it. Yeah, it's a bit banjaxed. I think I have an infection again. I had an infection ages ago, but we've been posting everything over.
Summer getting back to you.
And I don't know, probably hopefully it'll clear up. I don't really want to go down that road again because last time I was given antibiotics and ripped the bloody stomach out myself. And yeah, I've had, like I said, 2 or 3 drinks tonight because I want to say more, but for some reason every time the bloody camera turns on, I hold back, and the tiny little bit of alcohol just helped me get this out. And I probably won't post it tonight. If I do, I do. I hope it doesn't offend anyone. I hope I help someone. And the next time, I'm not going to be holding the phone over to Shirley so she can bloody people can hear her or help me out, because my mind goes blank and she doesn't just wear a bloody bra. Like, come on, it's meant to be.
Wearing a bra.
Do you want me to turn the camera in now?
No.
Do you want me to turn the camera in?
No.
What are you wearing then?
A sports top.
She's wearing a sports top that covers from here to here. That's a bra. Yeah?
Yeah, that won't offend people. It's the other stuff.
What other stuff? She said the bra won't offend people. It's the other stuff. What's the other stuff?
It's not a bra. It's
I'm going to. You have to listen to this.
No.
Come on,
No.
it's not. I'm not trying to. It's not the bra. It's what?
Right now.
Go on, tell me.
It's a sports top.
It's a sports top.
That's what it was advertised in Penny's as.
It was
But
advertised as sports.
unfortunately,
Would you let me put
sports
the, would
tops
you
do
let
not
me,
have a lot of fucking material to them. Sorry, of course.
She says the sports top
That's it,
doesn't
the
have a
whole
lot of
videos.
material to them. It's like a tongue. It's not really a tongue. It's
People
dental
wear
floss.
this to the gym.
If people are at the gym, let me spin it around.
No, if I wore this to gym, would you be like worried?
Will your boobies be hanging out?
They're not hanging out because like I've got. Like,
Jump up now and watch what happens.
No, thank you.
Yeah, see? It's a bra.
Stop this now.
But thanks for listening. It's a long video. These videos, obviously, come on, I'm not stupid. I'm not going to go, oh, these videos are hard to do, and you know they're bloody hard to do. It's long. If you watch it, you watch it. I hope you get something out of it.
If you've got to the end, be kind wherever
yeah,
you can.
if you have got to the end, be kind.
Even if
wherever
you think
can.
you'll get nothing from it, be kind.
And if you pull out in front of me on the road and I blow you over, be kind to me, wave. Say something.
Grow on.
Yeah, just, okay? Be kind.
He's helping you.